Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Did Brooke stage destiny keyhole moment in Rome manipulated Ridge reunion? The bold and the beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that a moment in Italy changed everything for Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., and helped him find clarity regarding his future. B&B fans will recall how Ridge looked through the Aventine keyhole in Rome and saw Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, so he took it as a sign that she was truly his destiny. Of course, that led to Ridge pledging his love for Brooke and quickly reuniting with her. Brooke's dreams came through that day, and it was all because Ridge saw her when he looked through that keyhole. B&B recently offered up a flashback of that pivotal scene, so there's been some renewed focus on it. That's led to some online speculation about whether the whole keyhole situation was even legit. What if Brooke staged the entire thing and manipulated Ridge into a reunion? Even if that wasn't the plan back then, it could certainly be the story that's told now. Rewrites happen all the time, so it's possible Ridge will eventually find out that Brooke arranged for that to happen. We can't forget how Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, was pushing Ridge to look through the keyhole, so maybe he was in cahoots with Brooke. In other words, Carter might have agreed that Brooke belonged with Ridge and helped her out with a little scheme. It'd be interesting to see Ridge's reaction to that news after all this time. Since that day changed everything for Ridge and put him on the path back to Brooke, he might be furious to find out it was all a sham. This could make Ridge question his destiny with Brooke and open the door to a Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig reunion instead. How would you feel about a rewrite regarding the Aventine keyhole turning point? Do you think it might be revealed that Brooke staged that destiny moment? If so, perhaps Ridge could overhear Brooke and Carter discussing their plot in Rome. Then again, maybe it could be Taylor who overhears and blabs to Ridge instead. Based on our predictions, Taylor will inevitably gain the upper hand one way or another. Ridge and Taylor may kick off a new chapter together, so stay tuned for updates on what's ahead for these two. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Brooke and Ridge's relationship will take more hits no matter what. Rome was always destined to be dramatic. A city steeped in history and romance was the perfect backdrop for the storm of emotions swirling through the bold and the beautiful. Yet, amidst the grandeur of the eternal city, fans can't help but wonder, was Brooke Logan behind the keyhole moment that reignited her reunion with Ridge Forrester? With Brooke and Ridge's storied past, the concept of destiny has always been a cornerstone of their relationship. But this time, the stars aligning seemed just a bit too convenient. Ridge and Brooke gazing at each other through a fabled Roman keyhole was magical, sure, but was it pure fate, or Brooke's meticulous planning? A look back at the keyhole moment. The moment was picturesque. Ridge had been mulling over his feelings, torn between Brooke and Taylor as always. In the heart of Rome, a city where passion is almost palpable in the air, Ridge found himself standing before the Aventine Hills' famous keyhole, a small but iconic sightline that frames a view of St. Peter's Basilica. As Ridge peered through the keyhole, there she was, Brooke, perfectly framed in the view as if placed there by a divine hand. The intensity of the moment seemed to crush any doubts Ridge had about who he wanted to be with. He was swept back to memories of their best times and reminded why Brooke had always been the one. The reunion that followed was everything fans could hope for: tears, declarations of love, and a promise to make it work. But as Ridge and Brooke returned to Los Angeles, cracks in the perfection of their Rome moment began to show, especially as Taylor started to question whether Brooke orchestrated the encounter. Brooke's history of manipulation. It wouldn't be the first time Brooke Logan pulled strings to get what she wanted. While Brooke has always framed her actions as being motivated by love, she's no stranger to strategic moves to keep Ridge in her orbit. From using her allure to making well-timed confessions to Ridge, Brooke's history of romantic manipulation is long. Could Rome have been another calculated move? According to insider sources on set, Brooke may have gotten wind of Ridge's plans to visit the Keyhole. A scene between Brooke and a local tour guide, left on the cutting room floor, would have shown Brooke learning about Ridge's sightseeing plans. She might have decided to accidentally place herself there at the perfect time. Taylor's growing suspicion. Taylor Hayes isn't buying the story that fate brought Ridge and Brooke together under the Roman sky. In a recent confrontation, Taylor pointed out how Brooke seemed unusually confident in Rome, almost as if she knew Ridge would choose her. "You were glowing, Brooke," Taylor said. But it wasn't the glow of a woman leaving it up to destiny. It was the glow of someone who had already won. Taylor's accusations have sent ripples through Ridge and Brooke's fresh start. Ridge brushed off Taylor's comments at first, but her words planted a seed of doubt. Could Brooke have manipulated their reunion? The more Ridge revisits that moment, the more he starts to wonder. Did Brooke know he'd be there? And if she did, does that diminish the authenticity of their connection? The fallout in Los Angeles. Back in Los Angeles, Brooke's son, RJ, has been her staunch defender, insisting that his mother would never need to manipulate fate to win Ridge's heart. "Their destiny," RJ proclaimed. She didn't need to scheme in Rome. Ridge would have come to her anyway. But not everyone is convinced. Hope Logan, dealing with her own romantic fallout after the Rome trip, has been quietly questioning her mother's motives. Hope, who saw Brooke sneaking out of their hotel late one night, can't shake the feeling that her mother was up to something. "You're always telling me to be honest about my feelings, Mom," Hope said during a tense family dinner. But were you honest with yourself, or Ridge, about what happened in Rome? Brooke brushed off Hope's question with a laugh, but her eyes betrayed a flicker of unease. Was her daughter onto something? A hint of evidence. The most damning piece of evidence may come from none other than Deacon Sharp. Deacon, who has been rebuilding his life and staying out of Brooke's drama, inadvertently overheard a conversation between Brooke and a Forrester Creations staffer before the Rome trip. "You make sure everything is perfect," Brooke reportedly said. "Rome is where it all comes together. I want him to see me the way he used to." While Deacon dismissed the comment at the time, it's taken on new significance in light of recent events. Could Brooke have been plotting her perfect reunion all along? What this means for Ridge and Brooke. If Brooke did stage the Keyhole moment, it raises serious questions about her relationship with Ridge. Can their love survive if Ridge feels manipulated into rekindling their romance? Or will he brush it off, choosing to see the moment as Brooke merely nudging destiny in the right direction? Ridge, for his part, has been reflective since returning home. He told Eric that while he feels happy to be with Brooke again, something about the Rome moment feels too good to be true. "I love her, Dad," Ridge admitted. But what if Taylor's right? What if Brooke made that moment happen? Eric, ever the voice of wisdom, reminded Ridge that even if Brooke did plan it, it doesn't necessarily mean her feelings are any less genuine. "Sometimes, Ridge, love needs a little help," Eric said. The question is, can you live with how it happened? Taylor's next move. Taylor isn't done fighting for Ridge, and she's determined to uncover the truth about what happened in Rome. With the help of Thomas, Taylor plans to dig deeper into Brooke's actions in Italy. Could a deleted text message, a forgotten receipt, or a stray comment from a tour guide blow Brooke's cover? Taylor's resolve is strengthened by her belief that Ridge deserves to make his decisions free of manipulation. If Brooke had to stage a reunion, Taylor confided to Steffi, then Ridge isn't choosing her for the right reasons. He deserves better, and I'll make sure he gets it. The future of Bridge. As Brooke and Ridge settle into their reunion, the shadow of Rome looms large over their happiness. Whether Brooke's actions come to light or remain a secret, the question of trust will continue to haunt their relationship. Meanwhile, Taylor's pursuit of the truth could bring her closer to Ridge or drive a deeper wedge between them. And as Ridge grapples with his own doubts, he may find himself questioning not just Brooke's actions, but the entire concept of destiny itself. In true bold and the beautiful fashion, the answers will only lead to more questions. Was the keyhole moment an act of fate or an elaborate manipulation? And if it was the latter, will Ridge and Brooke's love be strong enough to survive it? Only time and the next twist will tell.